goal is very modest. It's to change the world. It matters a great deal to us, obviously, to have people from very diverse backgrounds of faith and culture. It matters just as much to have people of different generations here. At the moment, our global culture is almost in meltdown. Paranoia, lying, demonizing the other, fear at every level seems to be on the rise.
Actually, it's about us. How can understanding a stranger or our fear of doing so make us understand ourselves differently?
There's something quite important about being prepared to absorb each other's stranger reality that protects us, ironically.
If there's anything that my life as a soldier has taught me, it is that what we do alone is not as important as what we do together. But fundamentally, understanding and trust must be built.
We may have to accept at times that peace and coexistence may require us to set aside, or at least shelve, questions of truth. You have to show on your own side vulnerability. You have to let your guard down.
As an asylum seeker in the UK, which makes me one of the strangers coming from the Middle East, there is more that unites us, more than what divides us.
1 in every 113 people on this planet is displaced by war, conflict, or persecution.
There's 1.75 billion Facebook visitors a month. Do we rely on the Mark Zuckerbergs, the people who own these, or should we actually apply some control?
One of the long-term questions is, what are the institutions in our society independent enough, courageous enough to push us beyond short-termism, to keep major issues before the eyes of the public? One of the great philosophers of the last century said, we think we can solve our problems by will where we need to solve them by imagination.
Let us start from a canon that we all share of human rights that belong to that person inherently.
This morning was just a revelation. We can recognize our common humanity, common need, common identity.
You had lords here, we had people who've been in prison, young people from the streets.
I always find the only way to really stretch my own opinion is to have it challenged and to make sure that I'm talking to people who are different than myself. So the dialogue does a phenomenal job of bringing diverse people to the table to challenge everyone's opinions and have everyone grow.
But to understand, you've got to want to understand. It's about reaching out and stepping out of your space, but trust is the most important thing as well.
My hope is that we can continue the transformation of the way we view ourselves and other human beings. We are all humans that are trying to coexist on this beautiful planet.
On a personal level, there are small actions that each of us can do to make a big difference.
I pledged to get back involved in doing the community work that I've kind of forgotten how much I love.
One lesson I think we'll all take from here is just to basic kindness in how we interact with others, especially those who are strangers to us.
Strangers, and especially those that are very vulnerable, those that arrive from countries of war or conflict, they just basically need a friend.
Let's try and find people who are different and understand them. It's not easy to do because we're often surrounded by people like ourselves, and it's also difficult because it's just really challenging to encounter contrary views without entering into what might seem like an argument.
Everyone wants to live in peace, everyone wants to have a good life, and we have that in common. So we need to stop looking at what makes us different and realize that we all have the same end goal.
Empathy has come up again and again. It's having a real sense of connectedness with someone else's experience, knowing that your own experience is affected by it in the long run, and that you are less of a person if someone else is less of a person.